I in the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag round it. I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke, all the steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Booyakasha! What is going down, everybody? And welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name's Don Mega, and I'm your humble host, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me tonight to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news and television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. This is your one-stop shop where you come every single week to get caught up with everything that's going down in this entertainment sphere. It's season 26, it's episode 9, and tonight's show is titled, I'm Coming for Everything. And we're going to be breaking down the news from February 27th through today, March 7th. So strap on in as we're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios, and also here presented with the Pop Culture Pros. Going to talk a new movie. Of course, we're going to talk Creed 3. And then I got a handful of TV stuff to talk about, and then we'll get into the news of the week. How does that sound for you guys? All right, first up, it's plug time, because after we released last week's episode, which was White Lines, I hope you listened to that episode. It was a really good one. We got together, myself, Peeps, and Friggins, and we did our big Am I Still on the Air spoiler review for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Now, I know we were about a week late on that spoiler review, but once again, that's because I was out of town for work. I was in Texas all week, so I was not able to record, but the second I got back, I made sure that we were able to assemble and get that review up for you guys immediately. So it was a blast. It was about another 2-hour spoiler review. Somehow, no matter what movie we decide to spoiler, it somehow comes out to about 1 hour and 55 minutes like clockwork. And that's exactly what Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania did. So it is, as always, available in 2 formats. If you'd like to watch it, it's available up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Am I on the Air. Make sure you click on the playlist that says Am I Still on the Air, and you'll be able to find not only that video, but all the other videos that we've done. But if you can't watch and you like to listen to the podcast, maybe while you're driving, you're working, make sure you just look for it on our regular podcast feed right here. It is there for you guys in both formats. So it is an awesome time. Thanks again to my boys for stopping by to be able to knock out that review. And that is there for you guys. All right. With the plug out the way, let's get into our movie review. And that, of course, is Creed 3. Man, we've been waiting for this one. I'm a big fan of the Creed franchise. Of course, a big fan of the Rocky franchise. And when years ago they had talked about, we're going to do this spinoff and we're going to base it on Apollo Creed's son and kind of do this weird spinoff, I was like, this sounds dumb as hell. And then I saw the movie and I was like, boy, was I wrong, because Creed was an amazing film. Directed by Ryan Coogler, that most people know now from the Black Panther series, but that's where, he kind of really cut his teeth on the big time, was Creed. And he's also had a hand in writing and producing with the other ones. And of course, his relationship there with Michael B. Jordan with the Black Panther films and Fruitvale Station. So definitely a go-to guy there. So Creed 3, Michael B. Jordan takes the reins as the director. And we've been waiting for this one, man, for quite some time. This was on the docket for last year, and then it got pushed back. And but we finally got it. I went and saw it in IMAX, and I loved it. This film is incredible. And I love the trailer. When the first trailer dropped and you got a sense of the story that, you know, Michael B. Jordan's character was friends with Jonathan Majors' character when they were kids. They were like brothers. And then something happens, you know, he goes to jail, and he gets out of jail, and it looks like everything's all good, right? Like, I just want to reunite our friendship. I want to get back in the gym. I want to do a little boxing. We'll see how it goes. And then you see how Jonathan Majors is really in for it for himself to get a title shot, man. He wants to get up in there. He wants to be the best. And things go a little sideways, and, you know, we're going to end with a fight between the two former friends. I love the personal story. I love what everybody brought to this. Michael B. Jordan is incredible. I thought his directing was really solid in this. Tessa Thompson is back. Like we said, Jonathan Majors, who is on a major role right now, just breaking box office records, being in the #1 movie last week with Quantumania as Kang, and then being in the #1 movie this week as another character from Creed 3. So congratulations, man. Jonathan Majors really blowing up there. Of course, Felicia Rashad is back. You got Victor Drago returning. So, you know, the cast is there. And like I said, this is action packed. The final fight is amazing. I love the way he filmed the boxing matches. It was awesome. My one critique, and this is non spoiler, I think most people know at this point that Sylvester Stallone is not in this one. There is no Rocky. And I don't mind that. I was prepared going into this that there was no Rocky. My biggest beef is that there's no mention of Rocky. No, you know, they don't fill us in at all, like, on where is Rock? You know, did he die between the last movie and this one? Is he really sick? Did they go their separate ways? Did they have a falling out? What happened? He was such a big part of Adonis's life in the first two films that where did he go by the third film? And that was a message, that was a question that was lingering over my head the entire movie. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, I walked away loving this thing, but I missed Rocky. There was a hole in my brain and in my heart for Rocky in this film. Um, and I felt like they should have addressed it somehow. But instead, they just kind of dance around it, and I didn't like that. So that's my biggest beef. Everything else really, really works, guys. So I highly recommend this film. I would give Creed 3 4 out of 5 boxing gloves. I thought it was super, super solid. Obviously, we're early into the year, but one of the best films of the year. And I really kind of have an idea of where they might be going if they continue to do this franchise down the road. So I'll be curious to see if it goes the way my mind's thinking it will. But a great film. Go out and check it in the biggest screen possible because it is a ton of fun. Creed 3, 4 out of 5 stars. All right, let's switch on over to television. And got a couple things I want to talk about real quick. Obviously, the biggest television news of the last week is that Mandalorian is back, baby. That's right. So we have a lot going on in the Mandalorian world, and it has been a long time coming. Pedro Pascal, who is on a career high right now as well, because he's also currently on one of the best shows on television, The Last of Us, and then now back as Mando here. Baby Yoda is back, Grogu. A lot of the people you love is already back in the first episode. It was a fun premiere episode that really got me back into the world very nicely. So I'm super excited that Mandalorian is back. New episodes drop every Wednesday over on Disney Plus, so make sure you check those out. Another show that is back is Picard. Star Trek Picard is back for season 3. Now, I've had a love-hate relationship with this show. Season 1, I liked. Season 2, not so much, you know, but never loved. Season 3 started to reel me in from a nostalgia standpoint because when they were getting ready to make it, they talked about how this was going to be the next generation reunion, right? All the people from the next generation were coming back to do this final season of Picard. And I was sold. I was sold, man. Just looking at the posters, looking at everybody coming back, seeing that crew back together, because I loved the next generation growing up. So had to jump in, checked out Picard, watched the first 2 episodes, and think it's a super strong season so far. It's really cool seeing all the characters. And definitely a big thumbs up from me. So check out Picard season 3 over on Paramount Plus. Another show that just debuted this past week that I can finally talk about because the fun fact, I watched this show about 8 months ago. I saw this pilot over the summer when I went to Las Vegas. And I'm talking about True Lies. And then, yes, this is based on the James Cameron, Arnold Schwarzenegger True Lies movie. They made a TV show of it. And when I went to Vegas back in July of 22, I went to a pre-screening of this that was done by the studio. And they wanted people to watch it and give notes, and we had to rate the episode in segments. How much did you like this segment? How much did you like this one? What would you do differently? Do you want more action? Do you want less of this character? Do you want more of this character? It was a really cool, almost like panel that I went to that I was able to vote on this show. But unfortunately, I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement to say I wouldn't talk about it. So I watched this True Lies premiere back in July, and I actually really liked it. I didn't love it, but I really liked it for what it was. And I know it's fighting an uphill battle because this TV show will never be Arnold, right? This will never be James Cameron. This is a TV show. So you got to kind of bring your, thoughts down there a little bit. But overall, I thought it was fun. I thought the characters were fun. I thought everybody did their role really well. So I liked it, but I couldn't talk about it for all this time, and I've just been waiting, like, where the hell is the True Lies show? Well, it finally debuted on CBS and Paramount Plus this past week, so I could finally talk about it, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time, I'm just going to let you guys know. I thought it was a fun time. If you like a good little action spy thriller, I think you should check it out, man. It's pretty run of the mill. It's typical of like the TV show kind of thrillers, but it's fun. It's fun. I thought, like I said, it's about the characters, and of course, it's the same premise, right? He's married, has kids, but he has a secret identity, life as this hitman and this spy, and his family doesn't know about it, and then his wife gets caught up in the middle of it, and then she becomes a part kind of the crew by the end of the episode. So, um, I love True Lies, so I was really stoked to see what can they do with the TV show version. So what I'm more interested in is to see how the show plays on through other episodes. I am also curious because I have not watched the version that debuted a couple days ago. I do have it on my queue because I do want to go back and watch it and see if they made any changes. Because obviously watching it so far back and ranking different things, like I said, like, do I want more of this character, less of this character? Do I want more action? Do I want more plot? Like doing all that means they probably tweak some stuff. So I'm curious to see what stuck, what didn't. Did any characters change? Sometimes they recast people and you're like, wait a minute, that wasn't who I saw in the pilot episode when I saw it. So I'm curious to watch it back and see how it goes. And then I'm also curious to see how the next couple episodes shape up. But check out True Lies. Okay, the next thing I checked out was Chris Rock's new stand-up special. Chris Rock, and this was a big deal because it was on Netflix, and it was the first time ever that Netflix did a live comedy special. So it was live on Netflix for everyone at the same time, and I love stuff that's live. I don't know, there's just something special about it. And I'm a big fan of Chris Rock. I'm a big fan of all his stand-up. I think his specials are incredible. He's one of my favorite stand-up comedians. And of course, this was going to be where he was going to address the Will Smith slap for the first time, right? So I checked this out. I did not get a chance to see it live, but I did watch it the next day. And it's just okay. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed because it was just okay. I laughed and he had pretty good moments, but overall, compared to his other specials, I thought it was kind of lackluster. It's also not that long. It's not even an hour, which is kind of weird for a Netflix set. So some of the stuff hits really good. Other stuff's just kind of like, so I walked away kind of like, that was all right. But a little disappointed that it wasn't better than what I expected. So Chris Rock Selective Outrage is now streaming on Netflix. Check it out and give it a watch for yourself. Let me know what you thought about it. Okay, my next show that I checked out is another new one, and this one's called Animal Control. And this is on Fox. This is a new comedy, half-hour comedy sitcom that stars Joel McHale. It also has Ravi Patel, who's super, super funny. So, um, I mainly was checking this out for Joe McHale because I think he's pretty funny overall. And this, of course, is about a group of people that work at an animal control department and the hilarity that they get into, right? I only watched the first episode. The first couple are out now, and I thought it was I laughed at several moments. It's hard with comedy sitcoms because not every episode hits the way you want it to. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a watch, and we'll see how it goes. But I am a sucker for these kind of shows. Comedy is my favorite. I love little comedy sitcoms because it's like 20 minutes in and out, and you just have a smile on your face and have a good time. So we'll see how Animal Control plays out. It is on Fox, which means it'll probably get canceled after this season, but we'll see how it goes. But so far, so good. And then real quickly, I just want to let y'all know that Magnum PI is back. Yes, over on Peacock and NBC. This show was originally on CBS and Paramount Plus. It got canceled after season 4, and then NBC picked it up for a new season. So its new revival season over on NBC and Peacock has started airing, and I like this show. I do. It's another one of these like Hawaii Five-O, NCIS. Like he's a private eye. There's a new mystery every week, and we're off to the races, right? So I just like that kind of format, and I dig it. So definitely checking out Magnum over on Peacock. And lastly, The Masked Singer is back. This is a guilty pleasure show. My daughter really, really likes this one, so we watch it together as a family, and it's back for season 9. So if you like that, check it out over on Fox and on Hulu. So that's what we got, guys. Oh, once again, we got Creed 3 now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. We got Mandalorian season 3 back on Disney Plus, Picard season 3, Star Trek over on Paramount Plus as oh, did I say Paramount Plus for Mandalorian? Disney Plus. But Star Trek Picard season 3 for Paramount Plus, True Lies on Paramount Plus and CBS, Chris Rock's Selective Outrage over on Netflix, Animal Control over on Hulu and on Fox. Magnum PI on NBC and Peacock season 5, and Masked Singer season 9 on Fox and on Hulu. So there you guys go. That's what I got from a TV and movie show perspective. Let's talk box office. Coming in at number 10, it's 80 for Brady. Number 9 is Magic Mike's Last Dance. Number 8 is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Number 7 is Operation Fortune. Ooh, rough debut there. I do want to see this movie. I've actually heard good things, just haven't had a chance to see it yet, but that's a rough debut there. Probably be on VOD next week. Operation Fortune, number 7. Number 6, Avatar: The Way of Water. Number 5, Jesus Revolution. Number 4, Demon Slayer to the Swordsmith Village. Number 3, Cocaine Bear. Number 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And your new number 1 film, Creed 3, bringing in almost $60 million and over $100 million worldwide, which was the biggest debut ever for a Creed film. So congratulations, man. That's a hell of a debut, and that is pretty damn awesome. So that's your box office. Now let's switch gears and get into our news of the week. All right, so up first, Jamie Lee Curtis was doing some interviews recently, and somebody was asking her about Freaky Friday 2, because there's been a lot of rumors about this one, and she actually said it's going to happen. Ooh, big words there, right? Freaky Friday from 2003, and she's saying it's going to happen, that they're going to do a second one. So there you go, straight from Jamie Lee Curtis. James Gunn, of course, talking about his DCU again. He's talking about Creature Commandos is ready to go into production. John Economos from Peacemaker is coming back. He talks a little bit about the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 soundtrack. So check out James Gunn Twitter if you want to get all the hotness, because he's always tweeting. And of course, we have the articles up mainly on our Twitter page, so check that out if you're interested. Disney's Latino Alexander remake has officially begun production with George Lopez and Eva Longoria. So that's coming soon. We have the first teaser trailer for Fubar, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger's new Netflix action comedy series. Not much of a trailer. It is definitely a teaser. It's about 10 seconds long. I hate these teasers that are this short. It's not even worth anybody's time. But I am very excited for an Arnold Schwarzenegger Netflix action film. I don't care what it's about. He's doing a TV show. It's Arnold, and I'm down. So Guy Ritchie still talking and kicking around some ideas for Aladdin 2, so he has not given up hope on it. He's trying to put that together. Of course, he was asked about Sherlock Holmes 3, and he says it's totally up to Robert Downey Jr. If he wants it, we'll do it. So there you go, man. Hit up Robert Downey Jr. if you want that Sherlock Holmes 3. Aziz Ansari's directorial debut, Being Mortal, will no longer finish following the Bill Murray allegations. So, some context to this one here. Aziz Ansari, who I love, was directing his first movie called Being Mortal. He was starring in it with Seth Rogen and some other people, but Bill Murray was one of the big stars. And of course, some unfortunate allegations came out against Bill Murray. They paused production, they did an investigation. And the studio ended up saying, you know what, this movie's too tainted. We don't want it. So Aziz shopped it around to other studios. And unfortunately, nobody else really wanted the film. And as the time was kicking on, Seth Rogen had to drop out. A lot of the other stars had to drop out due to scheduling conflicts. And that was one of the main reasons why most of the studios said, sorry, we don't want it, because everybody was dropping out and they were going to have to recast and reshoot. And it was just going to cost too much. So unfortunately, the movie's being scrapped. Hopefully, Aziz can do something else really good soon, because I really like the guy and I wish him the best for sure. Man, over on the show Billions, which is coming back for its 7th season, Showtime has confirmed that Damian Lewis will be returning in his role of Bobby, aka Axe, in the Showtime financial drama. I really like the show Billions. I'm actually a couple seasons behind. I fell behind on this show, but I know Damian Lewis left the show several seasons back. So it's really cool to hear that he's coming back. So that's always fun when you're really into a show and someone leaves and comes back. It's a big deal. So I like that a lot. The Tourist is getting it renewed for season 2. Jamie Dornan is returning, but there is a catch. This show is only going to stream internationally. That's right. We don't know if we're ever going to get to see these episodes in the US. This was an HBO Max show for season 1, and it's the BBC that has renewed it for a season 2, and it has no US distributor. So very interesting, man, that he's coming back. We're doing another season, but we don't even know if anyone in the US can watch it. So we'll keep you posted on that one. Shondaland's The Residence has added Andre Braugher, Suzanne Kelechi, Watson, Jason Lee, and a whole bunch more to her next big show. So great cast there. We have the season 3 trailer for Ted Lasso. Oh man, I love me some Ted Lasso. The new season starts here in a couple weeks, and I'm very, very excited. So check out that trailer. The Night Manager is coming back for seasons 2 and 3. Yes, a show that has been gone for a very long time is somehow coming back for multiple seasons, but it's going to be on Amazon now, and Tom Hiddleston is set to return. So, yes, this is, I guess, not 100% official. They are negotiating, but it looks pretty damn good. So there you go, man. Night Manager seasons 2 and 3 I did over at Amazon, and Tom Hiddleston set to return. TLC has renewed the following shows: Dr. Pimple Popper, 90 Day Fiance, Love in Paradise, You, Me, and My Ex, Seven Little Johnstons, and Doubling Down with the Derricos. So there you go over on TLC. Ted Lasso season 3 will debut on March 15th over on Apple TV Plus. It's going to have 12 episodes with new episodes dropping weekly. So yeah, very, very excited on that one. The Arnold Schwarzenegger show, Fubar, debuts on May 25th over on Netflix. Let's see here. Simu Liu. That's right. Shang-Chi's MCU return will be sooner than you think. That's what he is hinting at. He says you might see me sooner rather than later, which has definitely got everybody peeking their ears, being like, what? Where can we see Shang-Chi come back at? Very interesting there. So I love Shang-Chi. Hopefully they get going on that sequel here soon. We have the trailer for Up Here, which is Hulu's new musical rom-com series. I think this looks pretty cute. I'll definitely be checking that out. We have the trailer for Mafia Mama, Toni Collette's new action comedy. The Weeknd, Jenna Ortega, and Barry Keoghan are set to star in a new Trey Edward Schultz movie. Haley Bailey says that the live-action The Little Mermaid is a lot more modern than you would think. We have the season 2 trailer for Die Hard, which is Die Hard 2, Die Harder, starring Kevin Hart and John Cena in this season. I really like Die Hard. Now, this is a show that a lot of people are like, how is this season 2? Where the hell was season 1? I'll tell you, season 1 was actually a Quibi show. I know a lot of you forgot about Quibi already, but Quibi was a little streaming app that came out a couple years ago, and it was quick bites. That's right. They were episodes that were like 10 minutes or less. And it was a very interesting concept, but it failed very hard because no one subscribed and they folded very fast. Well, the rights to a lot of these shows went to Roku. So Die Hard was the first season was Kevin Hart and John Travolta, and I loved it. It was one of the best Quibi shows they had, and it did really well. And then when it went to Roku, it did even better. So they greenlit it for a second season, and now we're getting the new one here. I had no idea John Cena was doing this, so I might end up having to get me a Roku so I can watch some of this stuff, man, because that's pretty cool right there. We have the trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy. That's right, coming to Disney Plus. No interest from me on that one. The Super Mario Brothers movie has released. The release date has moved up a couple days, so it's still coming out in April, but it's coming out at the beginning of April. So a little bump there, which is pretty cool. We have the trailer for Somewhere in Queens, starring Ray Romano and Laurie Metcalf in the new dramedy. Gabriel Iglesias and Eric Stonestreet have joined the cast of the Santa Clauses for season 2. Shazam! Fury of the Gods director says that the character has a future in the new DC universe, assuming audiences show up for the sequel. So somebody reached out to him and said, should I even bother watching Shazam 2 because it's not going to have anything to do with the new James Gunn universe? And he said, actually, that's not true. Shazam has basically taken place in its own little corner of the DC universe, so it doesn't conflict with anything. And if the movie's a hit, they definitely could stick around. But he said if nobody goes and sees the movie, then obviously they're out. So just throwing it out there, show your support. Justin Lin is set to direct The Last Days of John Allen Chow as his next movie. The Fast X director teases Jason Momoa's Dante character as pure chaos. I'm super excited about Fast X, especially with Jason Momoa as the villain. I think it looks awesome. Zachary Quinto is set to headline a new NBC medical drama pilot that'll be called Wolf. We have everything coming and going to all your streamers in March, like Netflix, Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, and Prime Video. So check out if your stuff is coming or going. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has enlisted Deadpool actor Karen Sony to the voice cast. Peacock has inked a deal with the Reels channel, including a live linear feed. I was actually watching this the other night. I was watching the live patrol over on Peacock, which is always fun as hell to watch, right? To see all the drunk people and different things they're pulling over. So great deal there for Peacock to get another live channel added to their big stream. The new, sorry, I already talked about that. The Waco Siege was just the beginning. We have a new show, The Waco, The Aftermath, which will premiere on April 14th over on Paramount Plus and Showtime. So make sure you check that out. Paramount Plus has also released a teaser trailer for Fatal Attraction, which looks really, really good with Joshua Jackson and Lizzie Kaplan. And I love Lizzie Kaplan. There might be a fatal attraction here for me if Lizzie Kaplan came into my life. But, yeah, so this is based on the classic 1987 thriller. Looks awesome. I'll definitely be watching this one. Robert De Niro has signed on to a new thriller series that's been ordered over on Netflix called 0 Day. Dune, the Sisterhood series, has lost its director and one of its lead stars. Uh-oh. I really don't care about this show, so you know what? It doesn't shock me that things are falling apart there on that. The Frasier sequel series, Bebe Neuwirth, is set to return as Dr. Lilith Sternin for the upcoming revival. We have the new teaser trailer for Agent Elvis. That's right, Netflix's series with the star-studded cast where Elvis is a secret agent, so check that out. We have the teaser for Dead Ringers, starring Rachel Weisz as twins in the upcoming Prime Video show. This is another one of those teasers that's like 10 seconds long, and you're just like, why even bother? Like, you tell me nothing about these shows. Daisy Edgar Jones, Will Poulter, and more have joined the new film adaptation of On Swift Horses. The Blackening, that's right, a new movie coming out that a lot of people are super stoked on. We have the first trailer for it for the Grace Byers-led horror comedy movie, so check that out. J.J. Abrams says the story that they have for Star Trek 4 is the most compelling one since the first movie, so he's really hyping this one up. I'm ready, man. Let's get a director and let's get it going. Daisy Ridley is set to star in a new Amazon drama, The Better Liar, coming from the True Blood executive producers. Somebody Somewhere is getting a season 2 premiere over on HBO, and you can check out the first new teaser trailer for that. Gotham Knights, which is the new CW DC show, has cast Hellraiser icon Doug Bradley as the infamous Joe Chill. So there you go, man. Pinhead is now Joe Chill. Kristen Bell is going to lead a new show called Unlikely Relationship, which will be a comedy series that has officially been ordered over on Netflix. The Mandalorian wrote out the character of Cara Dune, played by Gina Carano. Of course, you know that whole story. So we have an article up talking about what happened to Cara Dune, if you'd like to find out more. Fox has renewed Dan Harmon's Krapopolis for a third season ahead of its season 1 premiere. They've renewed it for a third season before season 1 has even premiered. Very interesting, man, because this cartoon looks weird as shit. But I guess they got high faith in that one. We have the new trailer for The Haunted Mansion. Yeah, that's right. Rosario Dawson, Danny DeVito, and a whole bunch more. Owen Wilson star in the Disney ride, a new movie of The Haunted Mansion. Not the Eddie Murphy one. This is a new one, and it comes out this summer. So check out that trailer if you're interested. A new Alien movie has a set production start date, and some new cast members are coming. 20th Century Studios has confirmed that they're going into pre-production on this. So there you go. We're getting an Aliens TV show and a movie. Lots of aliens, man. No old boy Friggins gonna be excited on that. The Hellboy reboot has added Jefferson White and Adeline Rudolph to the cast. Over on Madam Web, rumors have it that Sydney Sweeney is reportedly playing Spider-Woman in the movie, so very interesting there. I kind of was assuming that might be who she was, but not confirmed. This is just a current rumor going around. Robert Eggers, his Nosferatu, has officially begun production and has added Aaron Taylor Johnson to the cast. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is hitting Peacock this Friday, so you can finally start streaming Puss in Boots. This movie is hilarious, and you can check it out over on Peacock. Prehistoric Planet Season 2 is coming soon to Apple TV Plus. Pokemon Detective Pikachu is getting a sequel, and the Portlandia co-creator is in negotiations to direct. That's right, Jonathan Crystal is in negotiations to direct the sequel. So that's awesome. I actually really enjoyed Detective Pikachu, and I am not a Pokemon guy. So there you go. Star Trek Discovery is officially going to end with season 5. Paramount Plus has issued a statement on that, so it will conclude with its upcoming 5th season. We have the trailer for The Best Man, starring Dolph Lundgren and Luke Wilson. It's a new team-up action movie, so check that out. Riverdale Season 7, we have the new teaser trailer for the final chapter of the teen drama. Isabel Merced is set to join the cast of the new Alien movie, so awesome addition here. I love Isabella. She's a great addition. We have the final season teaser trailer for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and it will have a 3-episode premiere. This is another teaser trailer that's about 10 seconds and shows you nothing, so they need to stop with this shit. Dave Season 3 has a teaser trailer, that's right, and it's coming back very, very soon to FXX, as it is their biggest hit comedy, so check out the teaser trailer for that. Mrs. Davis has a teaser trailer for their Betty Gilpin-led Peacock series. This is another teaser trailer that shows you absolutely nothing. They're done a lot of these in the last week. I've been very disappointed. We have the trailer for Unstable, which is Rob Lowe and John Owen Lowe's new father-son comedy that is on Netflix. I like the trailer. I thought it was pretty interesting. I think I'll give this one a whirl. Didn't love it, but I thought it had enough laughs that I'll give it a shot. The Crooked Man Hellboy reboot has officially found its lead actor. That's right. I'm not familiar with this guy, but let me see here. Jack Kesey, known for his roles in Deadpool 2, 12 Strong, and Baywatch, is set to play Hellboy in the upcoming reboot, which is called The Crooked Man. So yeah, not even though I've seen those movies, I'm still not familiar with this guy. So, we'll see. I still think this is a dumbass idea. I don't know why we're doing another Hellboy, but we'll see. John Cena, along with Simu Liu and Aquafina, so we're getting the Shang-Chi reunion right there, are all set to star in a new action comedy called Grand Death Lotto. That's actually going to be coming from Paul Feig. So I love it. I think this is going to go straight to Prime Video. It's an action comedy movie. I think I read that basically the concept is if you win the lottery, there's a 24-hour window that somebody basically purge style can kill you, take your lottery ticket, and they become the new winner. So whoever has the ticket at the end of the 24 hours is the winner. So very interesting. I like the concept. I love John Cena. I love Simu Liu. I love Aquafina. I think this is going to be a really funny cast. And I love Paul Feig, man. So I think he's going to put something pretty cool here together. We have the trailer for Spinning Gold, which previews the incredible story of the Casablanca Records. Succession, season 4. We have the trailer for the final season. John Wick Chapter 4 is gearing up for a franchise best opening of 60 to 70 million based on tracking, which is massive for John Wick, so that's pretty awesome there. Peter Dinklage and Juliette Lewis have joined the cast of Tubi's dark western thriller, The Thicket. Let's see here. Rachel Ray is ending her show after 17 seasons. Congratulations, man. That's amazing in its own right. But yeah, she's packing it up after 17 seasons. The Good Wife spinoff, Elsbeth, has added Wendell Pierce and Cara Patterson to the cast. The Way Home has been renewed for season 2 over on Hallmark. The Bella Twins are set to host a new identical twin dating show that's going to be on Amazon Prime Video. So it is a dating show called Twin Love that focuses on pairs of identical twins. So there you go, man. I don't think any better host than the Bella Twins to handle this one. The Thundermans, my daughter was so excited about this news. I had to break this news to her first because she loves the Thundermans. It was a Nickelodeon show that ran for a while about a superhero family, and the Thundermans cast will reunite for a new Nickelodeon Studios revival movie called The Thundermans Return. That's right, they have officially greenlit this revival movie of the popular children's show. So yeah, my daughter was like, when can I watch it? I'm like, yo, calm down. They haven't even started filming this yet. But yeah, she's very excited. She loves her Thundermans. Shailene Woodley and Betty Gilpin, their new drama, Three Women, has officially been picked up by the Stars channel. Let's see here. We talked about that. We talked about that. Oh, yeah. We have the teaser trailer for Florida Man. That's right. Edgar Ramirez leads Netflix's new crime drama. I dug the trailer for this one, so I'll be checking this one out. The Roadhouse remake is still filming, and Jake Gyllenhaal filmed some scenes for the movie at the UFC 285 weigh-in. They did a weigh-in for the movie, and he did a mock fight in the octagon that's going to be all part of the new Roadhouse movie. It looked awesome, man, so I'm actually pretty excited for this remake. All right, guys, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We have a new animated film that's coming out, produced by Seth Rogen, and it's going to be coming out August 4th. It's called Mutant Mayhem. And this has got a big cast right here, man. You got people like Seth Rogen, Jackie Chan, Rose Byrne, Maya Rudolph, Ice Cube, John Cena, Ayo Eldebiri, Post Malone, Giancarlo Esposito, Paul Rudd, and a whole bunch more, man. Jackie Chan playing Splinter, Seth Rogen and John Cena going to be Bebop and Rocksteady. And then the trailer dropped. It's super cute. I loved it. Not a big fan of the animation style. And my wife said the same thing. We were watching the trailer and she's like, what the hell's wrong with this animation? She's like, it looks like a cheap Spider-Verse. And I kind of agree. It does look like a cheap Spider-Verse. I know they're trying to do something fancy. It didn't quite work for me, but the trailer worked for me. The audio worked for me. The jokes worked for me. I dug the turtles. So I have hopes for this, especially with Seth Rogen behind it. So yeah, check out the trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And once again, that's coming out on August 4th. All right. We're sad to report that Tom Sizemore passed away. We heard about a week ago that he was sick. He had a stroke, and it wasn't looking good. And now he's officially died at the age of 61, weeks after suffering a stroke and a brain aneurysm. Yeah, 61 years old. Very, very sad to hear. Of course, Saving Private Ryan. Definitely one of those character actors that you just know when you see him, right? So very sad to report on Tom Sizemore. Thoughts and prayers, of course, go out to friends and family. Zombie star Milo Manheim is set to join Eli Roth's horror thriller Thanksgiving. Miley Cyrus is set to perform songs from her new album on Disney Plus. They're going to have a new special, Miley Cyrus Endless Summer Vacation, The Backyard Sessions, which will be hitting Disney Plus on March 10th. Yeah, so here's the thing again on Grand Theft Auto, just to kind of spell it out. Paul Feig is directing Grand Theft Auto that is set in the near future California, where the lottery has a new provision. If someone kills the announced winner before sundown, they can legally claim their prize. And once again, this is John Cena, Aquafina, and Simu Liu from Shang-Chi. So very, very cool there. Um, Let me see. We have the trailer for The Crossover, which previews Disney Plus's new coming-of-age basketball drama. Clancy Brown has officially joined the cast of HBO's The Penguin series, which has started filming. Arrowverse executive producer Mark Guggenheim is pissed that James Gunn did not call him. That's right. He says, I didn't even get a meeting with the new DC regime. I feel like I wasted my time. That's right. This guy that helped build the Arrowverse for over a decade, um, said, I'm not saying I needed the job, but it would have been nice to just have a meeting, right? They could have just called me. I've been living in the DC sandbox for a very long time. They could have at least called. So he definitely feels a little slighted there, and I can't blame him. We have the full winners list for the WGA Awards. Check that out if you're interested. We have the trailer for Citadel, which is a new spy thriller espionage that's coming from the Russo brothers, right? They're producers on this. I really like this trailer. This is coming to Prime Video, I think at the end of April. It's got Priyanka Chopra. It's got James Madden, I believe is his name, the guy from Eternals. It looks fun, man. It looks really fun, and I trust the Russo brothers, so I'm going to be checking out Citadel for sure. James Gunn announced that less than half of the DCU Chapter 1 has been announced. That's crazy. We had a lot of announcements about the DCU Chapter 1, and to find out that he hasn't even announced half of it is beyond me. So very, very cool there. I'm sure we'll get more after the rest of the DCEU comes out, right? Once Flash is done, Aquaman's done, and we can kind of put all of this DCEU to rest, I think we'll get all the other announcements about Wonder Woman and fucking everything else, right? Martian Manhunter and Justice Leagues and all that kind of good stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see what the other half of the chapter is going to be. We have the trailer for Praise This, which is Peacock's youth choir comedy movie. We have the new trailer for Ghosted, which looks really, really good. It's coming to Apple TV Plus, starring Ana de Armas and Chris Evans, which I told my wife straight up. I said, hey, this is a movie that's made for us. You get Chris Evans, I get Ana de Armas, and we're all happy. And she totally agreed. So we're ready for Ghosted, which looks really, really cute. Definitely check out that trailer. We have the finale trailer for The Last of Us Season 1. If you want to see what's coming in the final episode, that's right. One more episode left. I love this show. It's been so good each and every week. So sad that it's already wrapping up. But man, I love The Last of Us. We got Penguin set photos already, and they just started filming. We already got photos. We got the teaser trailer for Silo, which is a new sci-fi drama coming to Apple TV Plus, starring Rebecca Ferguson, David Oyelowo, and a whole bunch of other people. So definitely this one looks really, really good. So check out the trailer for Silo. John Wick Chapter 4 at a press screening, and the first reactions praised the sequel as the best in the series, man. I'm hearing great things. Even though this movie's 2 hours and 45 minutes, it sounds like it goes by in a pretty quick breeze. Scarlett Johansson, Owen Wilson, and Penelope Cruz, along with Michael Fassbender, are all eyeing Nancy Meyers' next movie. Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors plan to further collaborate like Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in future projects. That's right. So they look to team up in the future across many movies, kind of like The Rock and Kevin Hart, right? This is your new guys right here. Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. I like it. I can't hate on this. The show Devil in the White City has officially been scrapped over on Hulu following the Keanu Reeves exit. That's right. This show was in the works for a while. It had Leonardo DiCaprio behind it, Martin Scorsese, and then they got Keanu Reeves, but then Keanu had to drop out, and then things started getting shaky with the show, and now Hulu has been like, yo, we out. So I don't know if they're going to shop this thing around. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere else, but as of now, the show is dead. Ted Lasso spinoffs? Maybe. Jason Sudeikis hints that a future for the series beyond season 3 could happen as they've set the table for all sorts of folks. So we don't know if it's going to come back for season 4. Lot of rumors going around saying that this next season Ted Lasso will be its last, but never say never when it comes to some spinoffs. Last of Us again hits a new audience high, 8.1 million viewers ahead of the season 1 finale. This show gets bigger audience every single week. So awesome. Lucifer favorite Leslie Ann Brandt is joining The Walking Dead's Rick and Michonne spinoff. Jarrell Jerome is a 13-foot tall man in the trailer for I'm a Virgo, Prime Video's new fantastical joyride from Boots Riley. Big breaking news today. Big breaking news today. Kind of really excited I recorded today, because if this news would have broke tomorrow, I would have been really mad. John Berthal is officially returning as the Punisher. That's right. And he will reprise his role in the upcoming Daredevil Disney Plus show, Daredevil Born Again. So, it's fitting, right? John Bernthal debuted as Punisher in Daredevil when it was on Netflix, and now he's coming back for Daredevil on Disney Plus. So, awesome news. I'm super excited about this. John Bernthal was a great Punisher, and I think this is going to be awesome. I know some people are worried about a watered down Punisher being on Disney Plus. We'll have to wait and see on that, but I think they'll be able to make it happen. And this is big news. They got everybody really excited today. More Penguin set photos have come out, this time with Kristen Milioti's Sophia Falcone. So check that out. I love Kristen Milotti. So great to see. Taika Waititi is saying that he's going to star in his own Star Wars movie. So we know he's been working on a Star Wars movie, and now it sounds like he might be one of the main stars. So we'll keep you posted on that. But over on the Star Wars front, we also found out that Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie that he's been working on no longer in development. And Patty Jenkins' Star Wars movie is also officially dead. She was going to do Rogue Squadron. Yep, dead in the water as well. So no Kevin Feige, no Patty Jenkins, no Star Wars. We're moving along. We have the teaser trailer for Tiny Beautiful Things, which is Catherine Hahn's new Hulu miniseries. So check that out. Barry Season 4 is coming soon on April 16th, and the new season will be its last. That's right, Barry Season 4 will end the HBO series. They also released the first teaser trailer for it, so you can check that out. Once again, hitting HBO and HBO Max on April 16th. I love the show Barry, so sad to see it go, but I kind of had a feeling they were wrapping this story up. Disney Plus's Zorro series has added Game of Thrones scribe to lead as the showrunner. That's right, Brian Cogman has been enlisted to write, executive produce, and showrun the upcoming Zorro series. Avatar: The Way of Water officially hitting digital at the end of this month, March 28th. You'll be able to get it on Vudu and all your favorite platforms. So I'll already get my pre-order in. Love my favorite movie of 2022. Shazam! Fury of the Gods first reactions are out, and they hail the film as a super-powered sequel. A lot of people saying it's better than the first. It's got the heart, it's got the action, and they really ramp everything up. So great to hear on Shazam! Fury of the Gods. John Boyega set to star in a new sci-fi romance from Birds of Prey director Kathy Yan called The Freshening. Wind River, the next chapter, we've been talking about a sequel getting moving, and it's added Jason Clarke, Scott Eastwood, and Chosky Spencer to the cast. We have the season 2 trailer for Schmigadoon. I love Schmigadoon season 1 over on Apple TV Plus, and this trailer for season 2 looks hilarious, and I am so there. This comes back in April over on Apple TV Plus. The Resident. It's looking very dim that the show will be renewed. That's right. It appears unlikely that the show will return for a 7th season. James Marsden is one of 11 fake jurors serving jury duty. We watched the trailer now for Freevy's new fake-out docu-comedy that they have. Netflix has ordered a Mike Schur comedy starring Ted Danson based on the Oscar-nominated documentary The Mole Agent. Jeremy Renner's Renovations is coming in April to Disney Plus. This, of course, is a renovation show where he takes like school buses and broken down ambulances and stuff like that and turns them into stuff that can benefit communities. So very interesting there. Anthony Anderson returning to ABC for a new comedy called Public Defenders. NBC orders a Hot Wheels car makeover reality. We're going to get people to make over real cars into Hot Wheels. So not joking on that. And what better news from me to end the show on than a Hot Wheels show? That's where I'm going to wrap it, because that's what I got for you guys. That is all the news, once again, from February 27th through today, March 7th. So Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me as you get caught up with all the latest and the greatest. Let's do some plugs. amiontheair.com is our official webpage. It's the easiest thing to go to listen to the show, get the links to everything. Simplest way, amiontheair.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/amiontheair. Give us a little thumbs up, give us a like. Follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. Follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Of course, like us on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star review. Subscribe. If Apple Podcasts ain't your thing, you can get us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn. We're on everything. Just look us up on your favorite app. You'll find us. Am I on the air? Give us a 5-star review. Give us a thumbs up. Whatever you can do to help out the show. Subscribe to us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all simply at Am I on the Air. Thank you to our great affiliates, Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. Follow on Twitter at popculture_pros. Thank you guys for always streaming the show on demand. And that'll do it for me on this Tuesday, March the 7th, 2023, for season 26, episode 9. I'm coming for everything. I hope you all have an amazing week. This weekend, Scream 6 hits theaters. I'm super excited about that one. The new Adam Driver movie, 61, 63, something like that, hits theaters as well, too. I also want to see that. So we got some movies to watch, y'all, and hopefully we can get to them. So stay tuned. Have an amazing week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Red Dragons!
Red Dragons!